One of my favorite neighborhoods in all of Denver is in the Tennyson neighborhood, just to the west of downtown Denver. Over the last 10 to 15 years, this area has exploded, and I am super excited because today I'll be taking you through a $1.4 million home in this neighborhood, one of my favorites that I've seen, and we're gonna be doing a full video walkthrough. So really excited to share this brand new episode with you guys on living in Denver. Let's check it out. All right, so as you can see, I'm standing out front of this incredible home that my client actually has under contract and closing in just a couple weeks. I want to share it with you guys just to show you how special a $1.4 million home is, one block off of one of the coolest areas known as Tennyson Street. So I'm going to take you through a full video walkthrough of the home, as well as just share some of my favorite reasons why this part of town in Denver is an incredible place to live and one of my personal favorites. So join me and let's go. So one thing you're going to find in a lot of newer homes here in Denver is just the layout of the home. One of my favorites is how most homes that are in that $1 million plus price range will have a dedicated office right off of the front of the home, lots of natural light, and just the ability to see what's going on out front of the home, which if you do work from home, it's a very nice feature to have. This one actually also has a bathroom, basically it's a fourth bedroom. So it's an en-suite bathroom, meaning that you have direct access to it. But since it also is an office, you have the ability for it to be used as a powder room off of that main level of living space. So very thoughtfully designed layout here in this house. So walking now into the kitchen on the main level, there's a lot of things about this floor plan that I love. I'll share a few of them with you guys, but right off the bat, I love how they have the stairwell here, which is a very impressive stairwell, very nice high-end finishes. But you have this tempered glass that creates this barrier, a little bit of a separation between the stairwell, or the staircase, I should say, and that living room, kitchen, main level that's going to have a lot of traffic and a lot of use. So it still kind of creates some separation, which is very, very well done in my opinion. And in the kitchen, all built-in cabinetry, as well as high-end finishes throughout. So pretty cool. Now, whether or not you even realize this quite yet, this entire wall of cabinetry actually includes the refrigerator. So it's got a very inconspicuous refrigerator that blends right in. Another just little subtle touch that makes such a big difference, especially for a higher end feel of a home. Really, really cool. So I'll actually show it to you just while I'm right here. Very high-end finishes throughout. I love the cabinet colors, as well as everything is built in. Now, if you're interested in this Tennyson area, and really a lot of the different neighborhoods that are close to Denver, one thing that's quite rare, even for a $1 million plus price range, is having an attached garage. So attached versus detached, it sounds pretty straightforward, but just in case, I need to explain that a little bit better. And attached just means that the garage itself is attached to the home. A lot of these older neighborhoods, especially around Tennyson, Highlands, Sloan Lake, it's much more common to have a detached garage, just meaning that if you are getting up in the morning and maybe going to the gym or going to work, you're gonna have to put on your outfit, your shoes, and actually have to walk outside for maybe 20 or 30 feet before then entering in your garage, which is detached. So long-winded way of explaining that, but this home has an attached garage, which, my client and I, we were out looking for, a few different visits. We were, looking at several homes, probably looked at over 15 to 20 homes. And this was one of the only ones that had an attached garage, even at that $1.2 million price point. So definitely a nice thing to have. And if you guys aren't from Colorado yet, come wintertime, it's nice to not have to get your feet wet and go through a little bit of snow maybe just to get out to the garage. Now, just sharing a couple other tips about garages with you guys. First and foremost, it's so nice having a door that is an exterior access door into your garage directly. This allows you to keep your trash cans outside, which is nice, and just a little bit more convenient in case you need to go out and do some yard work and not have to always have your garage door open. And then one other tip for you with garages, anytime somebody moves out to Colorado, oftentimes they think they only need maybe one garage space, or maybe it's a partner, you have a significant other and you want a 2-car garage. All of a sudden, that 2-car garage gets pretty cramped once you start filling it with all of your toys, all of your hobbies, things that you start to pick up and enjoy doing out here. So I would just recommend, if you think you have 2 cars and you're gonna want a 2-car garage, try and find an oversized 2-car garage, or maybe it's worth trying to find a 3-car just so you have that extra space to keep all of your stuff, your bikes, skis, all that stuff needs a place that's secure and safe, and oftentimes it ends up in the garage. And if you have too much of that stuff, all of a sudden that 2-car garage, you can only fit in 1 car in. I love this additional outdoor space. It's got natural gas hookups, really cool for like a fire pit, just a social area that's directly off of the living room where you don't have to go up and down stairs. And it just kind of creates that blend of indoor-outdoor space, which, let's face it, anybody that lives out here in Colorado, we love being outdoors as much as possible. And with a home like this, that's such a nice feature to have. And it's fairly rare, to be honest with you. So another really cool thing that I'm excited for my client to start enjoying really all 4 seasons, just because it is such a convenient location right off of the living room and the kitchen. Now, a lot of these homes that are newer in the Tennyson neighborhood have quite a few levels to them. And one of the reasons for that is because a lot of them have a flat roof and they even have a rooftop deck. And this one has one of the best that I've seen in this neighborhood. So I'm really excited to share that with you in a second. But before we do, just going up 1 level here to where the primary bedroom, formerly known as the master bedroom, the primary bedroom, as well as an additional guest bedroom, the laundry room, just a lot of great stuff, all with easy access from that primary bedroom. So starting right off with the first bathroom. When you're looking at homes, one of the nice features to find is that every single bedroom has a walk-in closet, a little bit extra storage. Whether or not it's used by your guests or just additional storage for you to use, I just think that's another nice touch that you're gonna find in a lot of the newer homes. It's a demand from buyers that construction builders are starting to realize is important, so they're putting them in a lot more homes these days. And this one has a great example of that. Every bedroom has a really nice walk-in closet. Just additional storage is really, really important for a lot of those toys, like I mentioned too, just outdoor equipment, just stuff. Everybody has so much stuff these days. It's nice to have a place to put it. Another thing you're going to find in a lot of newer construction homes is the washer dryer room. Instead of downstairs near maybe the garage or a mud room, they're putting them on the level where the primary bedroom is. Just a lot more convenient, You get up, maybe you have some dirty clothes. Instead of having to walk down 2 flights of stairs, you can just do all of that really close to where you're spending a lot of your time. So I have this also in my house and I love it. Something I never really thought much about, but now that I have it, I'd really be intentionally trying to find it in any future homes that I have, and I'm glad that my clients could be able to enjoy that feature as well. So now I'm going to walk you guys into the primary bedroom. This thing is awesome. Beautiful bathroom, vaulted ceilings, and its own private deck. So check this out. awesome, awesome closet here in the primary. I think plenty of room for multiple people, your partner and yourself, and just, very tastefully done, nice custom cabinetry. And I love it with newer homes where they put windows in the closets just to bring in that natural light and create a lot more just inviting space to spend a little bit more time in your closet. I know that's a lot of important, maybe to more females than males, but my girlfriend, for example, she likes our closet more than I do. So I really, I think that a lot of people are going to value having such a beautiful closet like this one. And I know my client's going to enjoy it too. So now I'm gonna show you guys the actual bedroom itself. This is awesome. A lot of the homes that we looked at in this neighborhood had maybe one deck in the entire house. This one's just one of a couple, and it's nicer than some of the others that we saw. So I think it's so cool how you have different spaces that are outdoors that you can spend a lot of your time in, whether it be that lower level area that I already showed you, this beautiful deck off the primary suite, and then now, saving the best for last, gonna show you this rooftop deck with awesome views. You can see the mountains, you can see a little bit of Tennyson Street, you can see a little bit of everything. Really, really fun, and I know she's gonna be spending a ton of time up here. So check this out. So a lot of homes do, advertise and boast having a rooftop deck, but this one is massive. We're already talking about her ability to put a hot tub up here, as well as even an outdoor infrared sauna, and still having space to put a fire pit and really just enjoy hosting little parties up here, and probably just enjoying even working up here some days. So I love how it's really private, but also it has great views, and you're literally just one block off of Tennyson Street, just right here. Such a great location, and I think this is truly one of the best rooftop decks that I've seen recently. So I'm really excited to see what she does with the place. All right, so now I'm gonna take you guys down past the main level, all the way down to the lower level, which also has a guest bedroom as well as a really, really fun built-in bar and a space to have either a theater, games, whatever they end up deciding to do with the spot. All right, so one thing I want to show you guys while I take you down to this lower level is just, again, the benefit of having this awesome glass little separation between the stairs and the living space here. So it's really nicely, tastefully done on both sides, whether you're in the stairs, walking up or down, but also looking at it from the main living area. So just something that doesn't really cost much in the big scheme of things, but I think makes such an impact when it comes to the design and the overall flow of the layout here. Really private lower level, own dedicated full bath with shower and bathtub, and this very well-appointed large guest suite down here. So check this out, plenty of room for a king-size bed. You've got additional window space. Even though you're in the lower level or basement, you still have some natural light coming in from outside. And like I said earlier, another full walk-in closet. Now I just want to show you guys this open area with the built-in bar, which is awesome too. So something we're seeing in a lot of homes these days is instead of granite countertops, they're using what's known as quartz. It's got a much more modern feel to it, and I love when you can see the grain in the quartz itself. One of my personal favorites is this lighter color, like this white with with the veins within it, just to have a little extra impact with the design element. And you can see the beautiful custom cabinetry that matches, it's not identical, but matches what's upstairs in the kitchen. Just very, very well done. And the herringbone backsplash on the tile. Also, I love it with the sinks, when they don't have a lip on the sink, it's just built in, so you can just wipe everything right off. Just these little extras, these little touches that make such a difference, especially in these higher end homes. Also, just a quick view of the mechanical room. Everything is super clean. Always a good indication that the person that's owned the home before you is really taking good care of the house and just taking pride in the ownership, which is really important. So make sure you guys check out the mechanical rooms and always just take those little extra few minutes just to look and ensure that they're taking good care of it and just doing the preventative maintenance that needs to be done as well. All right, well, with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this full video tour. Again, this is in the Tennyson neighborhood, just slightly west of downtown Denver. Incredible walkability with Tennyson Street, lots of restaurants, bars, everything you can think of. There's a locally owned and operated business on Tennyson that probably serves whatever you're looking for. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Feel free to always reach out if you have any questions, anything I can do to help. And as always, I'll see you next week on a brand new episode of Living in Denver. I'll see you then. Bye.